Nasir Khusraw. Section 3.3. On the three ranks of religion and the cycle of spiritual completion. The structure of being, limits and completion. We say that things existing in the world have two limits and a middle. And the completion of every being is in its final limit. As for things that have soul within them, their first limit is vegetation, their middle is animal, and their final limit is human, who is master over vegetation and animal, and all animals are within him. The necessity of religion. So in religion likewise it becomes necessary, because the creation of humans was for religion, and all humans are within religion, and whoever has no religion is deficient. Because of this, the prophets, upon them be peace, commanded to kill the unbelievers. And the likeness of a person who has accepted religion is like sperm that has the potential of being human. For if someone has intercourse 10 times with his lawful wife, where each intercourse was possible to produce a child, and from those 10 intercourses no child comes, there is no blame on him for that, although that sperm which was human perished, because it was deficient. So killing people without religion is equal to the perishing of sperm, and there is no sin in killing him, rather there is reward for his killer. So we say that religion likewise has three ranks. First among them is the rank of prophecy, and it is prophethood which brings the religious law, compiles the book, and performs acts, and obligates people to accept its outward. And the second rank is executorship, which lays the foundation of its interpretation and explains the symbols and gives meaning to the secrets, and brings people from the waves of doubt to the dry land and safety of truth. And the third rank is imamate, which keeps the outward and inward, and gives people share of the knowledge of interpretation according to their capacity at every time, and this is the final limit in religion, and all religion is within the imam. The cycle through 6 prophets. So we say that these three ranks have turned in creation from the beginning of the cycle of Adam, upon him be peace, to the end of the cycle of Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family. The 6 prophets, like Adam and his foundation and his imam, and Noah and his foundation and his imam, and Abraham and his foundation and his imam, and Moses and his foundation and his imam, and Jesus and his foundation and his imam, and Muhammad and his foundation and his imam, upon them be peace. Each rank stood in 6 persons, and 18 persons stood in the world in these 3 ranks, and with the 7th of them the work of religion is completed. The mystery of 19. And that 7th is the 19th from those 18 persons. Divine Word, as God the Exalted said, His Word, over it are 19. The interpretation of the 19. And the interpretation of this verse is that by hell he means the outward of the religious law, which people are neither upon truth nor upon falsehood, and it throws people into something from which they cannot reach without intermediary, and over it 19 are appointed. 6 speakers, 6 foundations, 6 imams, and 1 Lord of Resurrection. And whoever knows these 19 limits, his faith increases by the power of God the Exalted, and whoever does not know them becomes confused and says, "What is this example that God gives?" And by what he says, "We did not make the lords of the fire except angels," he means by that fire the universal intellect from which the angels appear in the physical world. The completion of the cycle and accounting. So when these 3 sixes reach the 7th final one, and these 6s have all performed acts, it becomes necessary that the final act is accounting, that 7th demands the accounting of those acts from creation. And the proof of the correctness of this saying is that the dense body which turns in 6 stages from sperm to flesh, in the 7th stage of it there is another state in which those 6 previous stages do not remain, and the defect and virtue of those 6 stages appear in that 7th, and in that 7th state, the correcting of his form is abandoned, and his senses and organs begin to work for those meanings for which he was created. So likewise, the coming out of that 7th limit will demand the accounting of these performed deeds from creation, which he is the Lord of investigating the performed deeds, not the Lord of commanding the deeds. And intellect bears witness that so many prophets came and called people to God and performed the works of religious laws, and some people accepted it and worked, and some did not accept and did not work, and both groups went from this world. And the superiority of the obedient command follower over the disobedient command breaker did not appear. It is necessary that there be a day when that superiority appears, and this delay, which was and is for the coming of that 7th. And God the Exalted says His Word, Or do those who earn evil deeds think that we will make them like those who believe and do good works, equal their life and their death? Evil is what they judge. And when in the state of life the evildoer and good doer do not appear, and after death it does not appear, it is an evil judgment, and God the Exalted does not judge. His word, is not God the most just of judges?